Alright, so I think I want to look back at one of my recent free-for-all games. Right here. This was ridiculous. So I start out by pawn rushing successfully. And then look at this. He's putting all of his pawns in the third rank, and then he's moving his king out. This is so stupid. And then he puts his pieces on the second rank. Let's go back. Oh, wait. Okay, so I am surprised here that Mormao does not take the pawn here. I think it's free. And then here, something triggers me. Green has a free bishop and he doesn't take it. And then I build a dubious defense wall. I see he's got this lined up, so then I just move my bishop out of the way. And that's when I realize he's got potential to do this. So there's a little bit of queen shuffling here. Oh man, Green was trolling this game by his moves. It was not offensive trolling, but oh man, I couldn't handle it. And then here's where he waits until my queen's vulnerable. He opens his knight to be taken, basically on purpose. I fall into the trap of getting both queens hit, and then I go on tilt and tag green, and blue takes advantage of that. Instead of keeping my queen, oh, actually I do. Never mind. I throw it on his bishop. Take that, and then he takes the queen, and here I make a move that's interesting. Instead of taking the queen, I take the knight with check. I did not want to lose my bishop. I wanted to keep my light squared passed here. Also had the option of queening. That didn't happen. I take there. And now I have no queens. And then I take two of Invant's pawns and retreat the bishop to a post. And now it's officially becoming annoying. And then they trade a million pieces. And that, my friends, is why I didn't capture the queen. Because I knew the queen would be traded for something. And in here, instead of attacking blue and green, I go for my opposite, which is frowned upon in, by top players in free-for-all games, but is not frowned upon by people that accuse such people of teaming. So I go for that. And now blue has a material lead. And this move right here stops any purposes of that, which could expose my king. Here, I couldn't think of what to do, so I put my rook here. It's pretty bad. here, there, and he takes there, but then I have a skewer. And he goes here, which is annoying. I take anyway. Queen there. And then he had the opportunity to go here, but he didn't want to lose his rook, which is his last piece. So he goes there, and I take rook. Then Mao goes against me. Then he doesn't take my rook, but he should have, and Invant takes my bishop. So now I'm left with just a rook and a bishop. I try to mate green, and blue takes the pawn before it becomes a queen. This was one interesting game, I will say. And blue had the opportunity to check yellow and stop him from taking the rook, but he didn't want that. So here I'm trying to make green. It seems to not be working here. And here blue makes a mistake. And I'm up material, even though he has points. Blue should not be attacking yellow. Otherwise, I'm going to be the one with material lead, and he's going to be in a lost endgame. Here, the winning move is rook to I14. That move wasn't played. It guards this square, and this one is already guarded too. So I blunder here and go bishop to that square. And it is an equal endgame here. Should not have any chances of equal here. There, I don't know. I misplayed this endgame anyways. I lose a pawn. He makes a blunder here. This game should have been lost for me. But it ended up being that he was not going to take my pawn. And oh man, 50 moves later, he tries to dodge 3 full repetition. I was expecting at some point to try to Hail Mary and throw his rook in front of mine where I was not paying attention, but that didn't happen. Instead, it ended up being a draw. Plus 10 for everybody that was still remaining. 50 move rule. This was one heck of an interesting game that got me back into the top 20. And the usual suspect did play the weirdest moves at the beginning. That would be this guy. All right, well played, everybody. You guys made an interesting game. Thanks for watching.